Eating VC. As I said, I was breaking up these videos. Lots of videos. But I would be remiss if I didn't show you the records that came in this week. Hard to top the last video, but had some great stuff here. It's just every week I think nothing's gonna happen, and then, well, records happen. So it's just the way it goes around here. Huge eBay auction from Carolina Soul that went off at the end of well, I guess Sunday or Monday. And I think Alex had tuned me into that auction, and they had purchased a collection, I assume on consignment, but maybe not. But a gentleman had passed away in South Carolina. I think his name was Rick Sutton. I could be wrong. I believe he's a musician. But he knew Sun Ra personally. He had a hell of a lot of El Saturns. A lot of them were autographed by Sun Ra, legit autographs. That stuff went bonkers. You know, I think Fireside Chat went for $1,500 even. The others $800 and up. It was, I think the bargain was like $680, somewhere around there. It was crazy. I wasn't anywhere in the ballpark as far as those were concerned. They were just fun to look at. But anyway, I watched 89 auctions. There was that much good stuff that I did not have in this collection. It was ridiculous. And I only got 2 records because I got these really cheap. Just the way it goes with Carolina Soul now. I mean, you're lucky to walk away with 1 record. People are nuts on there now. But I got a couple good ones. One that I've been looking for many years, because I collect this label. That's Butch Morris, Current Trends in Racism in Modern America, A Work in Progress, on the Sound Aspects label from Germany. Big group on this record, including Frank Lowe on tenor, John Zorn on alto. Curtis Clark is on piano, who's an underrated pianist. Got a couple of his records on the Nimbus West label out of Los Angeles. Fantastic pianist. But this is all composed by Butch Morris. And yeah, he's normally a great trumpet player, but here he is the conductor of this fine group of individuals where you've got harp and cello on here. There's a turntablist, so there's some electronics in this as well. 1986 Sound Aspects. So this was a cool one. And I got a really good price on it. Still got the original inner sleeve with some more titles to choose from on Sound Aspects, which I have actually quite a few of these. It's a label I'd like to have everything of. There's not that many titles, but it's a dead mint copy. I don't even look played. Beautiful copy. So that was a big one off the want list. Carolina Soul. And then the other record from that auction, and this one was super cheap, is Andrea Centazzo, USA Concerts, on the Ictus Records label from Italy. And the reason I picked this up is because I saw that Toshinori Kondo is on trumpet on this. He did a record with a DJ, I'm trying to remember who it was, that I've been looking for forever. So I thought it'd be good to pick this up. I dig his playing. Here is the Ictus label. Don't have many records on this label. So this is all improvisations got a lot of different types of instruments on this: violins, cellos, electric guitar, acoustic and electric guitars on this. A lot of players. Yeah, I think it was recorded in 1978, and this is an original from then. So yeah, Andrea Centazzo, USA Concerts. So there you go. I'm kind of peeking up at this here crazy game that's going on between Bama and Tennessee. So excuse my distraction there. So today I went back to Noble Records. Last week, of course, was their 3rd anniversary. And I think I walked away with 6 records. There were a lot that I had wanted to pick up there or find. It wasn't going to happen. It was a madhouse in there. And I talked to Dylan today. He said he put out 1,200 records or thereabouts, and sold somewhere just over 800 records just on Saturday and Sunday from what he put out. That's a lot of records. And just from the drop. That was just out of the drop. He has other stuff there. I mean, new records too was selling, I'm sure. But what I'd like to do when he does one of these just massive drops is sneak back by there the following week and see what has survived. Leftovers, per se. See what I can, pull out of the fridge. And I got 10 records, all really, really good prices, because I didn't really get a chance to look at the cheaper records. Most of the stuff in the drop was the rare stuff on the wall or in the new arrival bins. All that carried a premium. So I didn't really go through all the other stuff. So today, when I went back and looked through all the other stuff, and one of the collections he got had some newer stuff in it recently, and so that stuff was out too. So we've got a wide variety here. So 10 records, pretty much 10 different genres. So yeah, varied stuff here. So really cool. So the first record is Iggy Pop, Post-Pop Depression, with Joshua Home from Home. I can't remember how he pronounces his last name. It's Swedish or Dutch or something, I forget. But from Queens of the Stone Age with Iggy Pop. I've seen them perform live on PBS of all things, and it was killer. They were dressed up to the nines, except for Iggy, of course. But yeah, this is on, I can't remember what label, but and there's a few different pressings of this, but it's just on regular black vinyl. So there you go. Loma Vista label, something like that. But I dig it. I mean, you put those two together, I'm on board. And I've been meaning to pick this up since it came out, but it sold out around here, and I just haven't seen it restocked anywhere. I never run into it. And then this came in used, and so it's super cheap. So I grabbed that. Great rock and roll there. The next is free improv guitar record from Derek Bailey, Improvisation. And this is on the Cramps label. To reissue. I think this came out in 1975 on Cramps Records out of Italy. This is some kind of European reissue from, I think, 2018. But a very difficult record to find as far as original, so I grabbed this. It's a nice insert with a really cool photo of Derek Bailey. And not for the faint of heart, this guy. Very unique on the guitar. Very, free improv. This needs a clean. That was a really cool label. It's a dirty record. Groove Washer kit to work with this one. But yeah, free jazz and on the guitar and highly improvised. Stoked to find this. And this was also very cheap, being a reissue. And let's see what else we got here. I found this in the bin. I had just listened to the first Kraftwerk record last night, and so had them on the brain, and that's a masterpiece of a record. I need the second volume of that, but this is, I think, their maybe fourth record, basically, Autobahn on the Vertigo label, and this is a U.S. first pressing. There's a lot of different U.S. pressings from 1974, but I think this is a Pittman press or something like that. But it's in nice shape. Of course, on the Vertigo Spaceship label. This also needs a clean, though. But it was also a good price, so I grabbed that. I think this is going to be a different sound for them compared to those first two records. But looking forward to hearing this. I've never heard this record, so I figure I'd give them some of their later stuff a shot. Next is a record that John has been after me to get for a long, long time, and one that I passed last week and was surprised to see it's still there. That's David Bowie Low on RCA. Not a first pressing from 1977, but a second U.S. press from 1980. Yeah, I've only listened to this like once, and it's been a while, so I'm looking forward to spinning this one. Show you the label on this. I think this was the priciest record of the day, to be honest. Yeah, it's nice shape on this one. The RCA Victor label. Everybody should know this one. One of the better records from 1977. A lot of people have warmed up to this record after his passing. So yeah, here you go. Got this reissue cheap. Originals are probably $3,000. And that's the first Placebo record. Philip Catherine's on guitar, Mark Mullen on keyboards. I love both of those musicians. This is a Music on Vinyl pressing, I think from 2018 or 19, something like that. Oh, it says 2014. Oh, well, this is a 2014 Music on Vinyl press. I stand corrected. Fantastic stuff. I believe from France. Yeah. Or Brussels. I don't know. Recorded in Brussels. Originals are crazy to try to find. Dylan got one, of course. I'd love to have the originals, but I think Van's got the originals too. He sought those out. Killer stuff. I got a band that's going to be in town this week. John Spencer Blues Explosion. Or, well, John Spencer anyway. It's not the Blues Explosion anymore. It's John Spencer and the Hitmakers, but this is John Spencer Blues Explosion Meat and Bone. Original from 2012. I have had the CD since it came out. I collect everything John Spencer, and this is one I didn't have on vinyl. And it's a really good record from them. Elvis style vocals, you know, good rockin', good guitars. It's you know, rock and roll trio. I got, what do we got here? Oh, I got two of these because the guy that sold that collection to him sold a bunch of Third Man releases, and these were under $10. These are super cheap. These are the Live at Third Man Records series releases, and I've got a Boris one and I think another one, but this is Autolux, and so this is recorded live to acetate at Third Man Records in Nashville, I believe. And or maybe Detroit. Where was it at? And then Nashville. Dig Autolux, Carla Azar on drums. I love her to death. I've got a drumstick that she threw out in the crowd and I caught at a gig that my friend Joe and I saw in Cat's Cradle up in Carborough. Good LA band. And then Man or Astroman live at Third Man Records. Great surf rock from Alabama. This should be freaking killer. Again, the same formula, live to acetate. A lot of tracks on this, 15 cuts. So I'm looking forward to spinning that one. So yeah, a lot of different genres. And I've even got a folk record here. Dave Van Ronk, folk singer on the Prestige Folklore label. And this was really cheap for being an original mono. Even though it says it's a reissue, it's from the original year and it's a mono press. It's Dave Van Ronk on vocals and guitar. A lot of tracks here, 13 tracks. I think I only sampled him online once. I don't know if I dug it too much, but this was so cheap and a nice copy that I picked it up. I think Teddy showed this record years ago. I'm not sure. But being into some of the blues and stuff, I think I'm in Robbie Basho and people like that. I'm sure I'll dig this. So we'll give that a go. And like I said, a decent copy. It's got some staining on the cover, but I mean, this was under 15 bucks for, what is it, 1962 mono, something like that. I forget the year exactly. I think that's the year of that one. And then last but not least, he still had a lot of the original Zamrock in there, and he had some in a bin. This one was super cheap as far as original Zamrock goes, and I had him put it on, and it does have, surface noise throughout, but it plays through. No skips. And that's Soweto by Ricky Ilonga. Original Zamrock record, and I forget the label on this. And it's got a lot of signatures on the back, and someone took a bite out of crime right there on the side of the record. But again, original Zamrock, really hard to come by, so I figured I'd grab one more of these while I was there. Yeah, good group here. A lot of synthesizers and organs, good drums. This sounded really good in the shop as far as the music is concerned. So that was the deal for this week. Hope you're all well. Peace.